Giddy up! It's me, Naomi Smalls, and we are back with From Head to Toe. We are recapping RuPaul's Drag Race Season 18, Episode 9. It is the Rusical this week, but we don't care about the choreo or the script. We are here to recap the runway. And up first is RuPaul. RuPaul said, fuck the runway brief tonight. I'm gonna do the exact opposite. She comes out in this multicolor, large floral, super gathered, super maximalism print, these opera length gloves with the sheer back and the pink front, huge golden yellowish blonde teased out, and colorful makeup. I love the Pepto-ish suede texture of the glove backed with that sheer black mesh. It makes her arms just look like so almost like cartoonishly thin and small, which we love. I love having that like black backdrop of the glove against the black backdrop of this like floral print. These colors reminds me of very Balenciaga. I love how she matched these like pink earrings to her look. There's something about the stones that are used in this like crystal drop earring that is like so luxe, so like so many cuts are in those stones and it's really pleasing. And I feel like when there's anything up against your face, you want it to have, like you can't just like pluck out a dirty little acrylic stone and put it next to your face and have it have the same impact. I feel like using those really, really nice stones around your face just helps like make you look so luxe when you're in drag. Rue's hair this week is this like yellow and platinum mix. I can't tell if this is just like one hair color or if there's a whitish blonde mixed with a yellowish blonde in this wig, but having it teased out into this like kind of tousledy version of a RuPaul wig I thought was really pleasing. I thought it was really dimensional. I don't know if we're carrying the yellow of the hair and with like the yellow brow, underbrow highlight. There's a lot of colors happening in this entire look. It's not just the eyeshadow, it is from head to toe. Technicolor explosion. I can't see the shoes on Rue. I'm assuming that Rue is probably in a platform heel, but who knows? We would never know. She could be barefoot, but I feel like Rue knows that even if they can't see your shoes, you just walk differently. If you feel like they can't see your shoes, still put the heel on or something with an arch. When we're in drag, we just like carry ourselves a little nicer. And this week, I could talk. The runway category this week is Beige Against the Machine. Bring it to the runway, Beige Against the Machine. Up first, MYKI MEEKS. And MYKI MEEKS comes out in this shellacked straight back wig, a very tailored look. She has a vinyl, like a quilted vinyl two-piece with the jacket and a skirt, and then she unzips it and she has a little like chest reveal. I like this look a lot. I feel like this is such a departure from the MYKI MEEKS that I am expecting. I'm always expecting black hair and a more like classic silhouette. And I feel like this is the category that if you are gonna switch it as brunette, you might as well lean into the blondes, the 613s, the beigey, the ash tone wigs. This is the perfect opportunity to wear an office pump. Closed toe pumps, there's a time and a place. When I think of like a tailored look, a Chanel suit, any power suit moment on a drag queen, totally understand closed toe, totally understand office pump. And I'm sure she's calling it a pump. I just can't not look at that and not say it's an office pump. My favorite descriptor of these shoes is Minnie Mouse. That's what Valentina likes to call them. It's a closed toe pump is just so Minnie Mouse. I really like this earring with MYKI's look. I feel like not introducing any metals or stones. It keeps it in a whole other world. It gives that like plastic fantasy that MYKI's going for with this. And I think if she added any like metal or like a just drag earring, it would have made it a lot more human than I think that she's going for with this look. And I'm only saying that because she's doing this like kind of editorial moment with the no eyebrows. I thought that was really cool. After the challenge as Annie to rush back, and I don't know, she just like wiped or blocked or re-blotted on some foundation just to like block out those brows, but I feel like it gives it a nice like alien-esque, high fashion-y look to MYKI's presentation on the runway. And I really like this look unzipped. I think I like this look unzipped a lot more than I like it up, but hey, it's just a matter of 10 seconds. We're gonna get it unzipped. Up next, Darlene Mitchell. And Darlene Mitchell comes out in this multi-plaid, huge, it almost kind of gives me like Nymphia, right? Like Nymphia's like padded out flower runway. It's very like cartoonish. It's very almost like, obviously it's 3D, but it almost reads 2D. It has like these huge shoulders, this huge cuff, pants, and this cutout flower. I love all the mixes of plaid and houndstooth in this. And I thought it was a really fun way to like give some interest to beige. Beige can be so boring to some, not to me. I love beige, I love browns, I love neutrals. As a queen who possibly does not lean into that world constantly, I thought this was a fun way to jazz up a neutral look. Having the polka dot covered fabric buttons was really nice on this too. I feel like that's the trend alert already with these two runways, like just excess buttons. Having one shiny element in this look was really cool, and not relying on rhinestones or glitter or anything, but having that like slickness of the glove, I thought added a lot of interest. It didn't look, yes, it's so out of place, but I thought it was like the perfect thing to be out of place. We'd be feeling completely different if that was like a vinyl flower. I think just having her like appendages be shiny grounded this look. I think that she's wearing her hideous shoes that she normally likes to wear, but I feel like she gave this pair either like a coat of beige spray paint, or maybe they make these hideous shoes in beige and I'm just like so unaware, but it really works with this look. So maybe I shouldn't say hideous, I should just say she's wearing her shoes. This thin bitchy brow with this I thought was really nice, and a nice departure from Darlene as I know her, a nice departure from the dog character that she was just playing, and I'm really impressed with anyone who does a main stage challenge and does such a dramatic makeup change for the runway category that follows. I know I take forever to get ready, but also like they don't give you much time, so props to you. I feel like I don't know Darlene as this lip color kind of girl. I've been in this situation where it's like you feel so washed out that you need to add some sort of like depth to your makeup, and I feel like she added this like chocolatey brown to her lip. I do think that it might be just a little too monochromatic for me. Maybe just like a little, it's a drag trick 101 is just to take your white foundation and like right in the middle of your lips and just pucker up, and it just like adds a lot of like life to your one shade lip. My favorite lipstick ever to do that with, and I'm scared to even say it because I feel like they're like low stock, is Miss Fame Beauty's Flash of Flesh lipstick. Right in the center of your lip, it just like adds so much like life to your nude lip. So for Darlene Mitchell, I think a bigger earring could have been nice. Yes, there's so much drama happening up here, but just like a healthy button. A healthy button over just a boy stud from Claire's. I even just like one of the buttons from your costume, hook it off and put it here just so you're really cohesive. That's drag. Up next, Kenya Pleaser. And Kenya Pleaser comes out in this huge stacked afro with the multicolored tubey and the caramely brown. I love this big hair. I love that she's doing a full gown. I love the red lip. She's using this pleated with wire, Nigerian fabric, like a cage slash boa type of vibe. I think I'm only saying boa because it's really only focused in like the top half of her costume, or the top half of her garment, my bad. This fabric is gorgeous. I totally see the vision that she's doing here. I really think that the only thing she's missing is tying in that fabric to the bottom of her look somehow. I'm guessing that this fabric is super expensive. If it was made in Nigeria and shipped to South Carolina and then brought over to California. I think that she probably could have just like used a knot in a little like sash of this hanging on her leg slit just to have everything tie in. I think that having that sash or like a train of this maybe could have just camouflaged her undergarment. Like we see her corset line underneath the material of her gown. And I think that just having that would have just like diffused the eye, made you just lean more into the fantasy that Kenya Pleaser is trying to give. I love her clean accessorizing with this look. She is doing, if you do one thing to the, is this your left or right? If you do one thing to your left, is this the cameras? Yeah. What you do to your left hand, you do to your other hand. And Kenya Pleaser is following that rule. She's wearing the same cuff here, same cuff here. I feel like maybe if I had to like pluck pussy hairs with this accessorizing, I would have just gotten rid of that choker just to really let the drama of this fabric and her hair and her red lip be the focal point. But also, that's plucking pussy hairs with the accessories. This, however, to me is not a office pump look. Because this look is so ethereal, goddessy, Sahara Desert vibes, I think a strappy sandal would have just taken me there over an office pump, because what desert are you walking around in an office pump? You want to like feel the earth, feel the sand, be able to climb through. I'm getting real imaginative of what we're doing in these drag looks, but like, I like to like see a look and then like see the world that this person would live in. And I feel like I see her in the middle of a desert somewhere, wind everywhere, wind in her hair, but like seeing her in that mirage going down, 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 and then getting like the Nordstrom Rack pump. I don't want that. I feel like a strappy little sandal would have just taken me there. But I'm also like, ugh, I'm a toes out kind of girly. All right, up next, Juicy Love Dion. And Juicy Love Dion comes out in this huge, long, over-exaggerated sleeves, column gown-esque look. Definitely all beige, all the same tone. I feel like whoever made this look for Juicy Love Dion also created her, I can see right through her look with like all these like separate petals that are giving movement in the ends of her sleeves, at the bottom of her skirt. This hair is gorgeous. I'm obsessed with this hair. It's like that like high alien priestess bitch, Daphne Guinness world. This shade of blonde is so gorgeous on Juicy. It's like that ashy blonde, and the whatever coating of that shellacking, keeping it just like keeps everything so nice and shiny. I feel like whenever I'm looking at blondes on drag queens, on girls who are walking on the street, I'm always like kind of like peeping on what kind of level of shine they can get, how their porosity is, how fucked up and damaged their hair is, and this like nice level of shine that's going all around Juicy's wig is just really pleasing. This like hair ornament, satellite, Bluetooth, Chad Michaels jewelry moment is really pleasing on how it like sits on that like back seam of her updo. I thought that was really gorgeous. The moment I saw Juicy Love Dion walk down the runway in this, I just had a hunch that this skirt was probably gonna come off. I totally get it. I am a skirt reveal kind of diva. Something I've learned doing skirt reveals over the years, straight across skirt reveals are just really hard. You wanna like angle it down, have it be a little bit more like intentional, connected, less like, I feel like that's about to come off because it's cutting her straight across the waist. And the element of surprise is just always something in drag that if you can, why not? I feel like this look is so cool, so gorgeous, so different for Juicy that it would have been really cool to see her attack a lip sync that doesn't require acro and cartwheels and handstands and all that jazz, like to be gown the entire number for this lip sync. And this is the song that you definitely could have just been slow, steady, Selena Gomez-y, Benny Blanco concoction. Do it too. And it was like a sad performance. So own the look that you put on for the runway for the lip sync. And I say that and I like took off a skirt and whatever. But like this look specifically, I'm talking about this look specifically, could have been really nice. All lip sync through. Slow song. Why do you need to show your legs? If you look at like queens from the past who are amazing performers, we have like Chi Chi DeVayne. Chi Chi DeVayne will give you the Call Me Blondie lip sync and do the cartwheels and do the round offs because that fits the song. But when she had to do I Am Telling You from Dreamgirls in a gown, she knew like I can tackle this song in a gown, give drama, do ballad. That's what the song calls for. So not every performance requires you to switch into a pleaser and try and take off your gown. That makes sense? Because this look is so cool, so intricate. I want to know how much time went into this. If it was the same person who made the other look, which also looked like it took a lot of time. So props to you on the look. Up next, Athena DION. And Athena DION comes out in this burlap, pampas grass, bustle slash housewife slash Priscilla Queen of the Desert look. It's rare to see a burlap look. It's an interesting approach to Nightmare in Beige to gravitate towards wanting to have a full custom look made out of burlap by choice. It's like one of the most uncomfortable fabrics to wear against your skin. It gives very, that like little sack race. It's very sack race. It's very scarecrow. It's very uncomfortable and itchy. It's very Marilyn Monroe potato sack dress. She wants to look, I'm guessing, like the only Harvest diva. It's giving me a little like Scarecrow's maid. I'm not sure why she's wearing an apron on the main stage by choice, and it's not like calling for it. My favorite detail about Athena DION's look is she's wearing this like opera length glove, but it doesn't just like stop right here. It has like an extension of that burlap. I thought that was really smart way to add something simple to such a utilitarian moment. I kind of noticed, I think that Athena DION hates wearing nails. Everything's a glove. It's like, goddamn, I already started the whole like no wig thing. I can't start the no nails thing. I feel like that's not my role. Yes. And again, we see Athena DION gravitating towards this. It's so funny, I never can say Athena. It's always Athena DION. And there's a lot of queens that like, I just say their first names, but it just, that Athena sounds crazy. Athena DION sounds normal. Athena DION is wearing, again, 13 necklaces. She really likes to just like stop that, like clog that up right here. I'm not so mad at it. I normally am like kind of like whatever, but there's so many other things to focus on when it comes to this look. Athena DION. Athena DION. I thought having the bustle is probably the most dramatically pleasing thing about this look on the runway, because I am just a fucking hateful I just have to like see everything and do a full scan of the look. She's wearing those like industrial, think like when you are putting on a life jacket to swim, it has like those like buckles where it has like the prongs on one side and then it has the is it the female side? The male side? What do they call that? Where it goes into and it locks together. That's what's like holding together her bustle at her waist. And because this is the Nightmare in Beige runway, I would have just loved to have seen that buckle spray painted, nail polish, covered in fabric, whatever you gotta do to camouflage that jarring black buckle against all these neutrals and lights and creams and beiges would have just been really pleasing to me. Obviously, it's like the Sherlock Holmes little gif emoji, whatever you want to call him. That's always me. Athena Dion is Athena Dion is wearing this like really tight, teeny little wig. I've been in this situation. So again, a little nugget for anyone who's experiencing this. A lot of the times our wigs can sit in a funky place, especially when wearing like, I'm guessing a 5-pound headpiece, that everything is like coming down on her. So unfortunately, Athena Dion's ears are like coming forward, which is like never a pleasing thing to have on stage. I feel like when I think of like any showgirls or any of the Moulin Rouge divas, like everything's like snatched back for the headdress to like sit and just look like it's so lightweight. And just having that ear creep up just a little bit forward just makes you look uncomfortable or strained in drag. So because I am a believer in crazy glue, if this is ever happening to you, I promise the unpeeling your ear is a better pain than having to look at a queen sitting in their living room talking about you for a look for the rest of your life. Just a drop of crazy glue behind your ear and press will keep your ears nice and yanked back. And that is to anyone who maybe thinks that their ears look too big when they do an updo, or just want to take that little nugget of information and run with it. Do not invoice me for your hospital bills.
I don't glue stuff to my face.
I've never had an issue with crazy glue on skin. Knock on wood, knock on wood. In my notes, because of her ear collapsing, I said I think she looks more like a goat on ayahuasca than a burlap diva. I keep calling the runway category Nightmare in Beige, and that is just a full me thing. It is Beige Against the Machine. Nightmare in Beige is a nickname for Raven, the queen of neutral, cut crease, beigey, stamped makeup.
A Nightmare in Beige sounds like my whole...
No, that's green.
Like what kind of green though? Like pea soup green?
It's like this color green.
Up next is Discord ADDAMS, and Discord ADDAMS comes out in this long sleeve column, transparent sequin. It's very butter. It's like the color of butter, and I love elements about this look. I think that her hair looks gorgeous. Like, this is a style that I feel like I tried once in the past, but it wasn't as successful as this. And having Discord in a red lip I thought was really striking for this. I thought that was a good choice. I think that Discord is just like Athena in a way sometimes, where she can like over accessorize to the point where I think it's like soaking in a lot of the focal that could be. I think this look actually could have been a lot more editorial if she just would have ditched the cuffs, ditched the necklace. I actually really enjoy the Discord cam. I think it's really iconic that she has this for herself. I think it's iconic that she's not really switching it up. That being said, I don't necessarily know what's going on with like all the like insulation slash sad clouds that are happening from her shoulders down.
I was giving you cum, honey.
This technique, I don't know if it's tulle that's kind of catching on her gown. It reminds me of when Mia Starr was paying homage to Lil' Kim and Katy Perry, like that, like kind of like funky tulle panel that it's like cascades down. So I don't know if that's a new trend that I am late for, but I am okay missing out on this trend. I love this office pump with this floor length gown, and it's because I can't see it. Like I can only see like her toe pointed out, and I feel like that is the make it or break it when it comes to the office pump with the gown. It's like sometimes you just want to see that pointed toe underneath the hemline. I think that is really pleasing. I think if Discord had a leg slit and then she was wearing that shoe, I'd be feeling completely different, but without having to see the top of her foot in the office pump, it's really nice underneath this gown. Yeah, it's interesting that Discord chose the cuff, huge necklace, and then just like a sequin in your earring. Like, I think that that is where I would want this statement to be, with this like asymmetrical updo. Would have been like a nice statement earring and then this nice statement gown. Up next, NINI COCO. NINI COCO comes out in this tailored look. It's a lot of strips of, I'm guessing, other denims, other wools, other linen possibly, all spliced together to create this jacket. I think a lot of work went into just creating the jacket. This is such a hard category. It's such a hard category because obviously they're all in the same color family. The brief for this runway must have been like, it can't just be like one fabric. I feel like they had to like mix textures, mix prints. I understand why, because everyone could probably just look like a bunch of walking scrotums down the runway. NINI COCO is in this, a bunch of different panels spliced together to create this jacket, and thigh-high boots with a, I can't tell if it's like a slime overlay or if it's more of just like a pair of like sheer stockings that are like cut around her thigh-high boots. But it adds a really cool texture to the bottom half of NINI COCO's look. I feel like I finally found out that NINI COCO is possibly a Gigi Goode stan just from watching this. Reminds me of her like heavily buttoned look. NINI COCO's wig has all the colors of her costume in it, and I feel like that was a really nice way to like marry everything together, and even better detail to like give this some life. And I rarely say this, she has like these like gold tinsel highlights mixed in with this wig, and I thought that that was like such a nice touch for such a perceived as boring, perceived as minimal runway theme, just to like add in some spice to the hair. And I feel like whoever did NINI COCO's Cyndi Lauper wig and her frog wig most likely did this wig, because I'm seeing this really cool signature of these like little microscopic waves around her hairline, and it's like really organic and not too this piece is covered in Elmer glue. Like, it's like very thought out, and I really like that about whoever has tackled NINI COCO's runway package wigs this season. I love how the stripes on NINI COCO's jacket come to like a point in the very back. It's really pleasing when she's saying goodbye to us at the end of the runway and walking to the back. I don't know if I'm just like always looking for something wrong, or just looking to make sure everyone's on their P's and Q's. Is she wearing a panty? I can't tell if she's wearing a panty. If you're not wearing a panty, just know, even when you think they don't see it, they see it. Up next, Jane Don't. And Jane Don't, gorgeous, obsessed. I mean, everything, like drama, reference, jewels. I feel like the first thing I saw when Jane Don't walked out was just how impressive this jewelry set is. The earring and the necklace and the applique that's placed underneath her boobs, and then the applique that's faced going upwards from her mermaid gown, and then when she turns around she has the applique like on the back of her collar. It's just really pleasing to someone who is like looking for all these details. So I Spy, I bet you did her homework. This is kind of the color that I would say is the most scrotum of all of them, but it's just like blush velvet color mixed in with this like faux, I don't even know what you would call that, like sable-y faux collar and mermaid gown. This is like exactly the kind of runway impact you want to have when you are in the top 2 placement, because I feel like this is what really pushed her into her win. Even though her performance was amazing, I feel like it's just nice when your performance is amazing and your runway is amazing. There's no excuses. There's no MYKI MEEKS shoe situation happening. And this is a really great week for Jane Don't on the runway. I love seeing Jane Don't in this shade of blonde. I think this makes so much sense for someone who normally gravitates towards gingers and reds. Having her in this, dare I say, piss yellow wig is a nice touch for the Jane Don't character to dip their toe into blonde. I think if she was in a straight up 613 or even more platinum, we'd be like, who is that girl? But having that warmth with the way that Jane Don't does her makeup is like really great branding, really great way to keep it within the runway collection that she has come prepared with. There's so much going on. Did you need the purse? I don't think you needed the purse. I don't think we needed this little going to prom purse. Also, for what? For what? A purse on the runway? Well, I can't say too much. Bob is gonna send me a slap in the ass.
Oh my God!
But yeah, great week for Jane Don't. All right, and that was all the queens from episode 9 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 18. My best look of the week is for sure gonna have to go to Jane Don't. She brought the drama. She brought the jewels. I honestly think that's what I care about the most, is the jewels on this look. When you really get into it, it's like, that's the one. That's the one. Just, I don't know what came first, the jewels or the look, but work, bitch. And my best wig of the week goes to Discord ADDAMS. I love this whole like over-directed on one side. Has the warm blonde, but also has the ash blonde in there. I think looks really good against this like buttery color that she's wearing, paired with that red lip. And it's just nice to see Discord in like a controlled style that also has a little bit of like wildness to it. This hair I think would have worked for her 80s runway, or this hair could have worked in the 80s, or it worked for this runway. And I think that this was just a nice tight little do, but still had like elements that didn't make you feel like you're wearing a bus driver wig. Best shoe of the week for sure goes to NINI COCO. I feel like this is NINI COCO's entrance shoe where she's in the rainbow look. This like technique of taking that like hosiery and ripping it and having it like be a element that comes around your heel and giving design gives me very like Galliano for Margiela, the glass skin collection with Gwendolyn Christie, which is a really cool way to just like beige up her shoe without having to do the Naomi Small School of Drag and spray paint it all. Like this was a nice way to give that overlay of beige to such a stark white shoe. And I fell for it, I believe it. All right, and that was it for this week of From Head to Toe. Tune in next week to see what we get into. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Head over to the Patreon for early releases, exclusive clips, and the chops. And I'll see you next week. Hats off to ya. You don't want to see that.